hide this.
Vladimir Putin slams Western countries for exploit. Russia celebrates its annual Unity Day. British military intelligence had plans to set up a group of Ukrainian partisans in Crimea to attack Russian targets. That's according to leaked documents obtained by investigative news outlet The Grey Zone. We hear from the website's chief editor.
Construction of this secret Ukrainian terror army mirrors the kind of tactics that we have seen play out in Crimea in the past several weeks.
We will never be a cash cow for America.
Iran's president shoots down a pledge by Joe Biden to bring Washington's version of democracy to the Islamic Republic. That's amid ongoing protests there. Coming to you live from our studio here in Moscow, you're watching RT International. My name is Peter Scott, here with all the latest this Saturday morning. Welcome to the programme. Robbery, the slave trade and the suffering of African people help shape the prosperity of Western countries. Well, that's a statement made by Russian President Vladimir Putin as the nation celebrates its annual Unity Day.
To a large extent, the level of prosperity achieved in colonial countries is based on stealing from Africa. Researchers in Europe do not hide this. They say the prosperity of the colonial powers is largely built on the grief and suffering of African peoples. This is an obvious fact. Robbery, the slave trade. This is a significant part of world history, and it is impossible to turn a blind eye to it. European capitals have recently been the centres of the universe, but this is already in the past. Great Britain was such an influential power, but there are now 67 million people in the UK, while in one Indian state alone there are 241 million. In the largest country in Europe, Germany, there are 84 million people, and in China's Guangdong province alone, 126 million. These are the countries that were once great superpowers, but have turned into medium or small countries. We know about Polish ideas to create a great state from sea to sea before World War II. There has been a lot of talk about this. Now we see hoax between the leaders of Poland and Ukraine, but the idea remains alive. And the idea of Poland's absorption of Ukraine, it has not gone away.
Well, earlier this year, the government in Kiev adopted a bill that allows Polish citizens to enjoy the same rights as Ukrainians. And the move was met with some criticism from Ukrainian nationalists, with many concerned about the growing Polish influence in the country. European Studies professor Stefan Gajic, he says that Western powers are using Ukraine to maintain their hegemony.
The old masters will not give up power so easily. What I do believe is that the West will try to hold this neo-colonial grip for as long as they can, and they will invest in war as much as they are able to. The Western powers will do, it sounds horrible, but as much blood as possible from Russians from both sides of the aisle. Russia is now defending the emerging multipolar world order, and upon the results of this battle, we will see in what world we will live in.
In his Unity Day statements, Vladimir Putin also touched upon a number of other issues, such as what the current war in Ukraine has in common with the Russian Revolution over 100 years ago. We bring you that and much more on our website, rt.com, so do check. Concerns that the Western Green Agenda has come at Africa's expense. The UN says in a new report that there's currently no chance of limiting the rise of global temperatures. That's as Western countries try to fulfill environmentalist policies while keeping their own economies humming. This is to be addressed at the upcoming UN climate conference in Egypt, where leaders from around the world are set to gather on Sunday. RT's Karabul Atatla has the story.
As the world gears up for the United Nations COP27 climate